Welcome everybody to our live stream here on Lichess and Twitch. My name is International Master William Paschall. I am playing Blitz with viewers here on Lichess via Twitch. We're here 6 days a week. Welcome back, or if it's the first time for you, welcome for the first time to our show. You can challenge me here on this site, lichess.org, with a 5+3 casual challenge. If you'd like to play some Blitz, check it out, Wendy. All right. The greatest free chess site, or just greatest chess site in the world. No ads. Ever. Pretty cool, I think. Alright. Let's do it. Just getting set up here. Sorry for the delay. Ludwig AC. Wow. Long time no see. Your name rhymes with that. Excellent. Good to see you. ACDC. Alright, I was a little bit flustered this morning. I don't know. All morning I woke up late and I was like running late and felt like I was slow. And we ended up 5 minutes late start. It is what it is. I'm human. Almost. Okay, Ludwig AC, an old viewer and subscriber to the stream. Good to see you. Tukame also challenged me to a game. We played 15 games. We had a tournament yesterday. I finished second with 6 points, although one was a forfeit victory. You guys, that's the one problem with the Swiss systems. People don't show up and games get forfeited. Alright, I've got challenges 5+3. I always forget, but I try to play weird openings in honor of Weird Wednesday. So, sometimes in the first early games, I forget what I'm supposed to be doing here. Tukame. It's not really Spanish. He's from Turkey, so... I actually don't know how to pronounce this in Turkish. I'm just pretending it's like a Spanish name. Alright. Yes, you can play. We don't have any subscriber challenges. Oh, now you're a subscriber. You got a gift sub. So anyway, I'm supposed to play you first. Yes, you can play something weird too. Do you have any preference? I don't play really bad stuff. I'm not going to play the Fred. Like F5 against E4. I mean, by weird, we're playing stuff that's decent, but not usual, you know? Maybe like the Black Mardim Gambits, but relatively sane things. I don't want to play utter trash. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just had to finish my coffee. Okay. So, what am I in the mood for? What are we in the mood for? I'm going to play the French. I don't normally play the French. Or maybe something else, starting with the move E6. Yeah, I shouldn't say French. It's not a French until we have D4, D5. So, let's go outside the normal. I said I was going to play French, but I lied. It's... Don't know what this is even called on move 2. Franco Benoni, but it's not really Franco Benoni until white plays D5. This is a problem. See, now you're practically forcing me to transpose to the C3 Sicilian. I tried to play, get you to play D5, and you don't want to cooperate. Once I had a player who played knight f3 against me there, and I transposed to a Sicilian and killed him. Blitz David, who's now a grandmaster. You don't want to play e4 if you're not an e4 player. Generally not a good idea. Schieber. This is not a weird opening now. So far we have a French advance. So Schieber probably plays this. I don't actually. Well, I have once or twice, but I'm going to try this weird line with a6 just to make it different. This is an unusual move. Typically black plays knight c6, bishop d7, queen b6 there. One of the above. a6 is unusual. Yeah, it's not weird. Not a weird opening thus far, except for a6. Dima Werner is a German IM who used to play here in Budapest, and he played the French a lot. I remember him playing this. Sadly, he had a stroke years ago, and he was never quite the same after that. GM Tranquilizer, no one knows what you're talking about, as usual. You always come to the stream with some kind of really random thing that you say that literally nobody knows what you're talking about. It's so fresh in my mind, I have no idea what you're talking about. You must be talking about something from like 3 weeks ago. So I think he should take here on b5. I haven't lost any 900 players recently. Maybe as recently as 3 weeks ago. But that's a joke that I was commonly making. You know, maybe that I was just joking about it. Every 900 players, like a genius or something. I lost to my simul 2 weeks ago to a 900 player, maybe. I don't know. But there was a cheater. There was one guy in one of my simuls, but I don't think that was it. He was higher rated. No, you're just referencing some random thing I can't remember. So I wanted an interesting game here, but we got mired down in what looks like a kind of standard advanced French with the knight getting to c3 maybe. Norden keeps sending me this message that Discord is trying to access my webcam. This never happened before. But why is it trying to, why would it be trying to access my webcam in the middle of my stream while I'm not using Discord? Does anybody have any problems with Discord? That it randomly tries to access your webcam? I don't know what that is. GM Tranquilizer, it's Wednesday and I just woke up and most people don't attend my Wednesday stream. This is my worst stream. Pro tip, don't use Discord. Alright, dude. We're gonna have to time you out. GM Tranquilizer. You're starting again. I don't know, man. That guy is problematic. It's sort of a troll. Juicebox Wizard is here. It's it's the worst streaming time because I'm stuck between US and Europe. Of course I have 10 viewers. I always just assume he's like this really sort of naive little kid who doesn't know any better, rather than a malicious troll. So I try to be patient, but it's like, dude, are you serious? Juicebox Wizard, long time no see. Interesting move. Thank you for resub. Yeah, whatever. Sub. I sound like an orc in World of Warcraft. Yes, I'm a nerd for making that reference. Alright, whatever. My elbow pillow is gone. Alright, where's my elbow pillow? I've got this nerve problem in my left elbow. So, too much time on the desk with my arm pressed in the desk has caused me to lose feeling in my little finger. I need physiotherapy or something. But this has been going on for 20 years, so don't alarm yourselves. I've been battling this ailment for 20 years. All right. Rook takes instantly. Right. Yep. Very positional battle. Juicebox Wizard, how are you? Are you still in Southeast Asia? Which country? Have you settled down there? Wow, E4. That was not something I was really expecting because his pawn here becomes weak. Then again, this is weak, so... I suppose white is okay in this position. You know, whose pawn is weaker at the end of the day? Maybe he's better here. Horror of it all. Some tricky lines I'm seeing. Yuck. Man, it's good to see some old friends. So, yeah, rook e1, exactly. Queen takes, rook takes. What about bishop e4? What about it? I'm losing a pawn. I don't know. I don't see how I'm better here. I have bishop takes g5. That drops a piece. I guess I take the pawn on a2. I wasn't even considering it. It looks really out of play. I mean, like queen a2, it's scary, man. I don't feel like playing that. Position is... I thought I was slightly better because his king is open. But it looks like it's not enough. I'm just equal. So what's the word there? Alright, what do I have? Maybe rook d8? The plan was to trade. I didn't really want to trade my bishop off, but what do I have otherwise? Other options. Rook d8. What? He's just like in bullet mode. It was a draw. Snuggles, welcome. Always good to see Snuggles the snail. Snuggles, flat frog. Emote. Icerbait's not here. No, that's odd. Oh, I want to remind everybody that we have our subscriber stream on Thursday. That is tomorrow. And I have got no submissions for Thursday for games. Which is strange. Usually by this point in the week, I would have several game submissions for my Thursday stream. So very odd. Got it under control. Stalemate. Now he resigned. All right. Let me put the link out there for Thursday. If you intend to submit a game for Thursday's stream, we have no games thus far. Actually, one game thus far. Where to send? Learning chest. There it is. Okay, I just triggered the Thursday command. Please send your games to Iobates. If you are a subscriber to the stream, we'll analyze games live on stream tomorrow night at 6:30. I'll be right back, guys. All right, ready for the next challenge. So I think Schieberspieler was here earlier. You're gonna stream after my stream? Was that the impression that I got? Mirales, learning chess. I've got a rated challenge of 3-0. I can't do that. It's against my principles. Yeah, I'm gonna finish at 1:15. So we've got a little under 2 hours. All right, excellent. So you guys can check out Schieberspieler after my stream. You're gonna do a tournament and or simul. Ludwig AC and Flamingo Pop are not subscribers. Learning Chess and Morales VIP. Learning Chess. All right. Thanks to those of you who are subscribers. Appreciate it. Appreciate. Acer is not here. Let's play B3. I never play B3. Actually, I miss Jim. One of our former regular contributors to the stream. Jim the Greek has not been with us for a long time, since late pandemic stage. He always played B3. Black is not interested in opening theory here. Looks like an attempt to set up... Well, it does prevent the hippo. You know, that's a good thing about B3. Alright, whatever. I'm going to play E4. You can play anything here. E4, D4, C4, knight F3, G3. That's why the chat is so quiet. Because Astrabate's not here, and it's Wednesday. Wednesday is the worst day. It's like Deadville. Always, no matter what I do. Wednesday mornings are the worst. I thought it was my content, but I think it's just irrelevant. I mean, if you get like thousands of bots fired up on cheese.com, it doesn't matter how boring your content is. But realistically, like at this time, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning in the United States and 11 a.m. in Europe. Probably I shouldn't stream at this time, but I just don't have any other time I can stream on Wednesdays. I realize this is not the ideal time. Usually the numbers get a little better around 1 o'clock when Schieberspieler smartly is going to start. Boom. We're going to play F4, kind of Grand Prix attack style setup. What am I doing? I don't know. It's just a made up system. But what is black doing? It's even more silly. But it is weird without Astrobate here to fill the chat with quotes and stuff. He must have overslept. He was up late last night. He gave me some encouraging messages. Wow, I mean, it's a Sicilian now, for real. I'm not sure I trust my position fully. There's a lot of vacuum. There's a dark square vacuum. We've got to be very careful on this diagonal without a lot of protection there. I mean, black could try e5 here. I'm not sure that that's a good move or not. Interesting. Learning chess, focusing on said diagonal. Said diagonal. Juice blocks. What about you? Juice blocks is really quiet today. Juice blocks subscribe, but very Chendesh. Csendes means quiet in Hungarian. Quietly. Quiet. That's the way we speak broken Hunglish in my house. I speak Hunglish at home with my Hungarian speaking family. It's very strange. We just make up weird words that are like half the sentences in Hungarian, half is in English. That's typical. Amalgamation of languages. Yeah, that would be like a typical statement here. Something is very Csendes. Now it comes e5. So this gives us a chance to think about an important concept in poker and chess, is thinking about what the opponent, the opponent's prospects are, not just yours. A lot of people automatically take here, well, it opens the file for my rook and opens the diagonal for my queen. But if you take on e5, you got to think about how it helps the opponent. If you take on e5, they take, and then their bishop has a monster diagonal. And also you'll have an isolated pawn on e4, and black might be able to use the d file. So this is a typical tension situation with the pawns, where we don't really want to make that exchange. The exchange seems to be favorable for black. Though I don't know exactly what my best option is. think knight f5. I need a reason not to play knight f5. This looks like some kind of weird... Like, Magnus was experimenting with doing queen takes d4 and some lines of the Sicilian. And some people had started copying that. He likes this. Queen takes d4, queen d2, b3, bishop b2. It's a Magnus, we'll call it the Magnus formation. But I've seen some high-level theoreticians, like, for example, Petronius, taking it up as well. Yeah, that variation, right? Overextended? Man, white has a good game here, so long as black can't play d5. If I play g4, d5, g5, this looks really juicy. That's what my friend Art Vega would say. Castles or g4? g4, g5. That was looking like an interesting way of stopping bishop h4 check. I did shave. Yeah, and thank you for noticing. Every few weeks I celebrate. It's like a pandemic ritual. I've never been big on like shaving every day. Like, it's funny. I grew up and my dad never had a beard his whole life. It's amazing. He had like 5 o'clock shadow. He would let it go a couple days, but he never ever ever. You know, my one male role model in my life always shaved, and here I am like a lazy ass. I basically just very sloppy. I only shave like every 2 or 3 weeks. But my dad was in the army when he was young, so that sort of drills it into your head, I guess. You don't really have a choice. Alright. I guess if I was in the army when I was 17, I would shave every day too. Is queen d3 a good square? Well, what are my options? Either way, my queen is going to get attacked by something. Depends on what direction it's coming from. I guess this queen exchange would be alright. Yeah, well, I'm really big on being flexible about castling. But here, my intention is mostly to castle queenside. g4, d4. Takes, takes, takes. Huh. He can't do d4 because I take. Yeah, maybe he can do it. Oh my gosh. Well, if he calculates this well, it might work. I guess I should have done castles. That's the other possibility. Right. Wow. Whoa. Just be a cooking stream. Interesting. Could be worse. I don't think that's that traumatizing as other things could be. So can I castle? Yeah, I'm castling. I think I'm winning. I mean, he can take my A2 pawn, but it really shouldn't matter. 7 plus 2. Is that all? 7.2? Tezik! The cooking stream. Well, I mean, oh, she actually... Oh my god. Cooking on lichess.org. No, she's actually streaming food and drink. Wow. Lecho and couscous. Couscous is not exactly a traditional Hungarian dish. I think that Chespia is branching out into culinary Twitch. Not my territory, although I like cooking. My kitchen is too small and it makes me claustrophobic. So I just can't cook in a small kitchen. I need a big kitchen. This place, the apartment I own, is just not cool for cooking. I don't like it. Flamingo Pop, Morales, and Princess Chess. Princess Chess, who should be sleeping. It is like 4 a.m. Eastern. Chess 556677. Alright, Morales is up next. Well, couscous is a Middle Eastern origin, right? Of course, we were invaded by the Turks in Hungary. We don't hold any... I'm not a true Hungarian, obviously, but they don't hold anything against you for that. Don't worry. Still, there's no bad blood here. Is it Moroccan? Okay. Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, you see it. There's all kinds of restaurants here in Hungary. Princess Chess just subscribed to Tier 1. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, if the chess doesn't work out, I could do a cooking stream, but that's cool. You know, I respect Chessbia for branching out beyond just video games, like most people. She's actually... Good luck. Alright. You want to learn how to make Hungarian lecho, for example. I am not an authority on lecho. It's recipe made primarily with... Well, I know like paprika or peppers are really important for lecho. Oh, Morales. We can't play normal stuff today, my friend. Yeah, Jersey style. I'm sad that in Hungary there's no like steak sandwiches. Hoagies, which is another word for like Italian sandwiches. Like Italian sub sandwiches. If I ever open a restaurant in Hungary, that's the only chance. There's no like South Jersey style food here. I'll sell cheesesteaks and Italian subs. No one would identify with that, really. Alright. I mean, it's a little confusing. Everyone thinks it's like New York food. But there's a subtle difference between New York and Philadelphia. Culinary-wise. Alright. What are we gonna do against Morales? We gotta get original here. Got me on the food concept. Play e4. Knight f6. It's the Alekhine with c5 and knight c3. Why not? What are you going to do about it, man? He's got an extra piece developed. He likes e5. It's rumored that that's his favorite square. The thing that confuses people about me is that I lived in Boston for 15 years. Even though I'm not a native, I lived in Boston for 15 years and then moved to Massachusetts. But I am not actually from New England. So it makes it even more complicated. I've lived in 3 places for like 1/3 of my life in New Jersey, 1/3 of my life in Boston and Massachusetts, and 1/3 of my life in Budapest. We need a new place for the next third of my life. It'll be quarters by then, but whatever. Alright, Morales. This is the French. This is your life on French. d4. I want to play like bishop g4. Takes e6. Bishop g4 takes e6. Knight d7. No, I can't do that. He has b4. It's my second French of the day. Basically. Well, I finally got vaccinated for COVID last Monday. So that's good. Massachusetts, Boston, and New Jersey are all the same for anyone not in the US. I don't know. They're all on the East Coast. But that's like the difference between one side of a very different region. All right. There was like a mass shooting about 40 minutes from where I grew up this week, where like 11 people got shot. That's disturbing. That really bothered me. People ask me why do I live in Hungary? No, like 3 dead now, isn't it? There's definitely at least 2 now, Bob. Somebody like, it's crazy though. I mean, it really hits home when it's somewhere near where you lived. Not really close to where I live, but it was like 40 minutes away. That's the closest a mass shooting has come to somewhere where I lived, I think. I was thinking today that when people ask me why I live in Europe, maybe it's the fact that the murder rate is twice as high in the United States. It's unbelievable. The murder rate in the United States is twice as high as in Europe. Can't imagine why. Maybe it has something to do with, like, everybody has guns. The Texas governor signed a law to make, like, constitutional carry in Texas now. Of course, the gun explanation is an oversimplification, but it does pretty much account for most of it. There are other factors, Bob. But what we need to solve the problem of gun violence is to give more idiots guns, The solution to violence is giving more guns to idiots. Absolutely. So every moronic, like, person can, like, drop their gun in the couch when they get home from work so their 3-year-old child can kill their 2-year-old child. I mean, it's unbelievable. I was just outraged, by it. People ask me, oh, the United States is so great. Why don't you live in the U.S.? Yeah, right. I realized today that so the chances of being murdered in the U.S. are like 1 in 60,000 or something like that. Does that seem right? No, it's too. Does it seem about right? 600,000 divided by. I calculated something like 1 in 60,000. Maybe my estimate is too high. It's just outrageous. My time. All right. I don't know what to do. All that matters is my increment. Anyway, I wanted to go on a rant about gun violence today and how much it offends me and how stupid it is. But I was thinking that the percentage of people who die, like the murder rate in the United States is like almost as high as my interest rate on my money market account. That's disturbing, okay? Seriously. You know there's something wrong when the murder rate is getting close to your interest rate on your bank account. I'm serious. That's not okay. You never let my knight off of h6. I don't know, Bob. There's like way too many mass shootings constantly. There was like 10 mass shootings in the last 2 weeks or something. That didn't used to happen. You can't be like, oh yeah, that's normal. That always happened. The media is just exaggerating. It's like every day there's another mass shooting. And it's completely normalized. I understand the media needs something to to report, and they jump on it, but I like being able to walk down the street and not have to worry about my safety, or like the police killing me or something. I mean, we don't have as efficient policing here, but they don't go out of the way to like murder people either, which is kind of good. Wow, Morales with the space approach. Pure evil. Look at him today. What an absolutely astounding game. It's like playing Nimzovich himself. What? What? What just happened? All right. How's my skin? Pretty good. But I'm drinking mostly mineral water. It's not that I don't trust the Hungarian water. I don't trust the pipes in the house because I live in a very old building. I don't know, man. I don't trust these like pipes. I would trust the water normally. Flamingo Pop, Chess, Princess Chess. Let's see what we got here. For subscribers, in general, I would drink the water. My building leaves a little bit to be desired. It needs a little renovation. Princess Chess is a subscriber. Alright, good game, Morales. Very tough. I was lucky to survive. Was he winning? Yes, I'm sure he was winning. Dude, that was an amazing spatial game by Nimzovich. We're lucky to get a draw against Morales VIP. It's unclear how strong Morales is. He's a player who's really, really, really good in his positions. I mean, I think all of us play better in the lines and positions we're familiar with. But I think with some people, rating level or, you know, playing strength can vary wildly. When Morales gets you in his position, man, he's like an IM or something. I was lucky there. Well, I mean, within a range, you know, those kind of spatial positions with e4 where you're white and you have this knowledge of the structure is important. I guess it's the pawn structure that really number of positions is finite. Thank you for clarifying that, Chess. Yeah, I'm sure that it's finite. Space is probably finite too, but who knows? All right, I'm just trying something different here. Prince Lichess is playing d4 now with white, apparently. See, that doesn't make sense to me. Why are you an e4 player if you're going to play d4? Make the colors black instead of white. You know, paint the white pieces black and you're suddenly a d4 player. Princess Chess. That doesn't make a lot of sense. You have no experience playing this type of position. One thing is I can't play f3 to guard my pawn on e4 here. How am I going to do that? Maybe this move? I'm the one that played a weird first move. Right. Alright. Now bishop b5. So this is a player, it's supposed to be 4 a.m. there. They've used 19 seconds for the first 6 moves. I'm going to guess you never went to sleep. If you're this awake at 4:30 in the morning, you didn't go to sleep. Just a wild guess, but that's my... It's 6 a.m.? Oh, it's 6 a.m. already. Wow. Bob, I thought you were in Denmark. All right, Bob's visiting Denmark. I don't know, this move, it's just not really thrilling to play knight fd2, I have to say. I've never tried to do this old Indian reversed before. I was noticing that people were playing. Magnus played and Panamaria played a game with like d3 against the French. They're playing like e4, e6, d3. No, e4, e6, knight f3, d5, d3, and allowing black to like trade pawns and go into a queenless middle game. I saw a couple instances of people just like losing like babies with knight f3 and d3 against the French. One Panamaria Blitz game. Actually, he's on now. He's starting to play on Lichess. Alright. f3. Sludgy, why are American universities so highly ranked? That's a good question, Chess5566. I think he's like a male model or something. Why are American universities so highly ranked? Is this like a trick question? I feel like I'm being set up. Well, it's some lobbying, probably. I don't know. They have more money? Well, I mean, I don't really think like Scandinavians necessarily have a big thing like, oh, we're going to go to America. It's not like you're coming from Eastern Europe and you expect it to be a great, better world. I always thought like people from wealthier parts of Europe were sort of indifferent to that, Bob. They're not under this like illusion in general. I guess it's still a sort of fallacy. I know a guy from, like, for example, and I am from the Netherlands who moved to the United States. Jan Vandermortel. He lives. It's like weird. I'm like, why would a guy move from the Netherlands to the United States? But I guess he just like has personal reasons. In general, I wouldn't think that it's a better life. Everyone probably thinks I'm like anti-American or something, but it just, this Hollywood illusion that life in the United States is necessarily better than the rest of the world. Today I was ranting about gun violence. But no, I mean, I didn't have that idea that like American universities are better than European ones. I never had that idea, honestly. But I mean, who's ranking these things, Bob? Like American ranking system or something? Is it a ranking that's made by who exactly? You know. You gotta rank the rankers, I guess. I don't trust anything. David Gilmore. Best researched by far in US. Best researchers. I don't know enough about science and research to engage in that discussion. I know what I'm not in my, I'm out of my depth. And I'm out of my depth. Well, there's more money, maybe. I don't know. Everything's about money, isn't it? There's an awful lot of wealthy countries in Europe. Switzerland, Sweden, Germany. I mean, there must be a lot of researchers. France, in all these countries. Boom. Princess Chess was such a solid game here. I guess there's just more money, you know? It all just comes down to money. What about... I don't know, man. I live in Eastern Europe. I don't know. I don't know enough about Western Europe or Scandinavia or anywhere else. G5. Wow. What can I say? That's a pretty crazy move. Everything is inflating in the United States. Including housing prices, which are now, I don't know, you know, you'd have to be crazy to buy something. I would be terrified to buy a house that's like overpriced. Man, I don't know what I'm doing here. She's so fast. King E8. Inflation. Well, I quit economics, so this is also not my department. Is that a successful defense? Law and order. I resigned from economics long ago. Oh my God. You had what? She actually defended that? I get it. Princess Chess is trolling me. They're like an IM strength player. Wow. It's just a draw. Of course it's a draw. But I don't understand what happened. I had like a winning combination, then it's just a dead draw. I was winning a pawn. But somehow black had some kind of weird miraculous way of avoiding the whole combination. How did that happen? Does anybody understand what happened there? Yeah, I'm always sorry for my opponents who are playing bullet chess when they when they make like a pre-move that didn't work. My sympathy is very high. Where did all the challenges go? It's just flamingo pop. Everybody left. Nice try, Princess Chess. This is probably a draw, though. That was likely a draw. I don't understand. I calculated I was winning a pawn, but then all of a sudden Black's king was on c6. And there was nothing. It's hard to play against people that they don't give me time to think on their time. I just have to like instantly move. That's rough. Princess Chess is very fast. Just a little bit too much autopilot. Okay guys, we got about an hour left. Plenty of time for more challenges. Weird opening. Yeah, I'm trying to play an old Indian. I have this old Indian thing going on today, but I want to mix it up. Let's try, see what we can come up with. Oh, this is standard. I never played the old Indian. How can you move quickly when you're sleepy? I don't understand how that works. I'm the opposite. I move slowly when I'm sleepy. Wait, there's a huge spatial advantage here. The other option would be, I mean, maybe I can play like 98. It's really weird not having Astrobate on the stream. I hope he's alright. But I can't physically move when I'm tired. How do you do that? Yeah, A5 is an option. You try to sort of stake out that square for your knight, but I mean, how long can we maintain it before white plays b4? And then we get rejected back? It's tricky. I mean, I may end up playing a5 as well here. But I don't play the old Indian. At least not in this style. I don't know what a3 does, but it doesn't make my position any better. I wanted to play b5, but I don't think that works. I mean, it does stop b5, b4 in some positions. That might actually be useful for white. What are you going to do with a white square bishop? I don't know. It's developed. What am I going to do with both my bishops? Are you serious? The other one is worse. At least this potentially has a diagonal. I'm more worried about the other one. I mean, that would be a standard maneuver. Bishop d8, bishop e6. Or normally bishop f8. You try to make it, you know, more buried. Okay, this was a weird move, b4. b4 apparently a blunder. B is for blunder. So he's still his position is alright, I guess. But we've got a lot more freedom now. A sort of strategic blunder by white. Do you play rapid games? Who are you talking to? F5? That was a break one to play earlier. This is notoriously a bad square, but I've got c4 and support it with b5. I mean, black is lucky. I was really in a bad way, spatially. Now it's more or less like dealable. It's morphed into a Najdorf or Spanish type position. But you see, just even the slightest is this a blunder? Probably. Damn. I blundered knight d2. Sophisticated idea. Knight takes d2, rook takes c7. Knight takes b3, rook takes e7. f4, bishop e6. He's alright. Oh my god. I was gonna play queen d8 and I didn't play it. So now I'm in trouble, losing a pawn. Yeah, it's a nice 1600. He made mistakes. Yeah, I agree. He's 1900 bullet, which doesn't gel. How are you 1900 bullet and 1600 blitz? If you're good enough with speed to be 1900 in bullet, you've got to be at least 1800 in blitz. Just based on flagging people. Exactly. Usually you will see the opposite, you know, people who are like 1900 in blitz and maybe 1600 in bullet. But he does seem a little underrated. But clearly, the other weird thing is that he's got this positional style. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. I played one game with this player. But it's quite unusual to have such a positional style at that rating level. No? Yeah, it's weird. Very positional. No, to be like 1600 in Blitz and 1900 in Bullet? What's that? That kind of player would automatically be like tactics. Not strategic play. That's pretty weird, man. Alright, I'm getting a rated challenge 5+0, but we don't do that. Just 5+3. I want to remind everyone that's a subscriber to the stream. Importantly, we have subscriber stream tomorrow with game analysis. So please support please submit your game. Subtle Freudian suggestion. Please submit your game for the subscriber stream. Wow. Yeah, check him out. 1600 Blitz. Uh-huh. Right. Whatever. He blundered. Bishop takes c7. I don't understand what's going on here. So he gets an almost winning position and then loses it? Maybe he was winning? That's insane. Oh, maybe this still wins. Wow, dude. Title anxiety. But dude, he's extremely strong. And fast too. It felt like I'm playing like White's alternating between like an 1100 and a 2100 from move to move in this game. There he like gets mated in one. Chess Bia's just raiding with Party 41. Dragon B70. Lecho stream. Lecho and Couscous. Cook Raiders. Thank you guys for the raid. Dragon B was streaming yesterday. So, Chess Bia is streaming cooking. And that's the real tranquilizer. The actual GM tranquilizer? Is that you? The real one? Wow. It's a Hungarian family stream. I just stopped by for a minute in stream yesterday Dragon B70. So what's up with the Lecho? How did it go? I've got challenges from Drewsba. Guys, check out Dragon B, of course, Chessbia, and our cooking streams. And of course, Grandmaster Tranquilizer. The Lecho is delicious. So Lecho is like, if you're not a Hungarian, paprika-based dish. Very common here in Hungary. Bia has 3,000 followers. And in a lot less time than I did. Lecho without meat. Well, no, I mean, Lecho typically is without meat, right? It's important to understand. Actually, you know, vegetarian dishes are not that common in Hungary. So, it's actually kind of a rarity in that sense. Almost everything in Hungary is like meat-based dishes. Not a Hungarian friend, not a vegetarian friendly, you know, culinary country, really. So Lecho is a rare exception. I'm not an expert on Lecho though. Alright, Druzhba is challenging 5+3. When are we gonna get back to some live chess here in Hungary? Dragon B. Are you playing yet? Anything? So Tranquilizer says that Lecho can be meat-based too. I didn't realize that. Seriously? I always seen it like straight up vegetarian style. You can put meat on anything, according to Tranquilizer. Typical Eastern European. What about in Romania? What do you call Lecho? I mean, in Transylvania, it's Lecho in Hungarian, but Bishop B4. I played this the other day with black. I don't know what I'm doing. With black, with white. So I'm supposed to play unusual openings here, and I sort of messed up. Let's play a line I don't play. I had a game with black yesterday, or 2 days ago, with H6, Bishop H4. Chicken paprikash. That's not to do with Bia's stream. So I guess GM Tranquilizer and Dragon B can actually no. You guys can chat. Dragon B can chat. I had 10 minutes follow on, but you're followers, so you can chat. Okay. I think I have the 10-minute follow on. So some of the raiding party maybe can't chat if they didn't follow me in the last for 10 minutes. Appreciate the raid, guys. So G5 here is really not right. I think that's too early, but maybe not. Maybe it is a move. Why not? Dragon B. The other Dragon B's been missing. I haven't seen him. There was a Serbian Dragon B. Dragon, you know, not Dragon. We had a fan from Serbia named Dragon. But he's been absent for a long time. D takes C4. Dragon B70 is an ECO code. He's a fan of ECO codes and opening theory. Bishop G3. Thank you to my Hungarian friends. So what about you, Tranquilizer? When are you getting back to... Whoa, we just got raided with a party of 1 from Sharma Pranav. Thank you for the raid. Tranquilizer, when are you getting back to over the board chess? Have you been playing? Is there anything? Because you haven't been streaming as much lately. I thought maybe you were playing OTB again. I'm gonna play. Good news! I'm finally gonna play chess again in July. when the Teen Championship starts. So is that set? I haven't even... I assumed that the Teen Championship would go back from normal time this fall. Is that right? I haven't heard anything from my loser team. No planning over the board chess? You might organize an event for streamers. Okay, let me know if you do anything online. Tranquilizer. Thanks for joining my stream. And Dragon B says he'll return to chess when Teen Championship starts. Is that officially scheduled yet? The Hungarian Teen Championship? I'm not really up on the news. But I'm playing an IM tournament here in July. Yeah, you're more of a late night. I can't do that with my living situation with my kids, but Tranquilizer's a late night streamer. So it's not scheduled yet. Okay. They're doing hybrid. What's happening in the hybrid chess world? Dragon B70 is an early streamer. Early and late. On time. Early is on time is late, and late is inexcusable. That was what they used to say. Drew's bust. 2200, and all my time is burned. Okay, I'm out of book here. As I said, I don't play Bishop G5 in this line. We're just chatting a lot. This is usually the worst time to stream, Wednesday mornings. But it's my only time free. I like to alternate between night and morning. But if you guys are streaming and I'm on, I'll raid you. I think once I got to raid Tranquilizer last week. But usually he doesn't start in time. Yeah, I like the way that Black played this. I'm not comfortable here. I'm down a pawn. But I mean, okay, his king isn't safe, right? Where is he going to castle? I mean, as long as the queen's on the board, theoretically, as long as the queens are on the board, the queen's we're playing for mate. What's a pawn? But I don't have any familiarity. Let's see, knight f6, bishop g5, bishop b4. Normally I would have played e3. I mean, knight f3 is alright. I guess honestly I normally would have played bishop takes f6. This is like a chicken variation. I think that John Fedorovich is responsible for me playing that once. We were staying together at a tournament and I had to play some guy who played that line. He was like, oh, just exchange on f6. I don't know. Blame it on someone else. What am I doing here? Bishop f3? Knight e4, knight e4, bishop e5 maybe? What happens if bishop e5? He castles? Yeah, right. Is this a crazy move? Well, he can take and play knight e4. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. f3, knight takes d2, queen d2, knight h5. Yeah, what's wrong with f3, knight takes g3? f3, knight takes g3 is a problem. Or not. Yeah, as usual, my time is gone. I was worried about something that was like knight h5, but it's not clear. Because knight h5, king f2, queen d6, f4. And he just went for something completely other. Where's Druzhba? Well, strong player. 2300. I expected knight h5. He centralized his knight instead. Oh, Singapore. Yeah, years ago I had worked very briefly with a player from Singapore. Now I can't even remember his name. He was a master though. It was like 8-9 years ago. One of the Singaporean players was here, and we had briefly done some lessons together. Singaporean. Alright, I don't need to panic here. I'm playing g4. Why am I playing g4? Why am I playing f4, I mean? Can't even talk properly. That knight needs to go. Yeah, I don't like the way he played this. You know, this doesn't seem right for black. I mean, I guess he's still okay, but he didn't do the best. The scariest. And my pawn mass is really, really strong now. Time is an issue. Time is money. Yeah, I don't know. Black's fast, and I'm not fast. Wow, that's an interesting move. Wow. C5. Oof. That's a problem for me. Yeah, C5 was strong. Very strong move. Time. Damn, dude, this guy is psycho. Psycho aggressive. I just don't have the time. He's 2269 in bullet. I need more time. Looks like I'm lost here, tactically. Just busted. Perfect coordination for black. I'm just one move too slow. Yeah. If I could play rook takes b5, I would be alright, but I need another move. That looks pretty impressive by black. Yeah, I mean, it's not normal to play g5, is it? No, it is normal. So this is not normal. It's been played. I think my position was alright. I like my position here at this point, after g4. I don't know, I thought I was better after g4. But I didn't have enough time. I don't normally play this with white. So you learned that bishop h4. Yeah, I had the same idea. That's why I don't play it. I was always taught to play bishop takes f6. I actually played the same position yesterday with black for the first time in my life, or 2 days ago. I played this position with black, and I didn't find it that easy to play. But I don't know what I'm doing here. Good game. Alright, so Jay Gomez Garcia. Bishop f6 is boring, you know. It's not very dynamic. So I don't find it that inspiring. Oh, well, if you're from the Boston area, I would probably know you, since I lived there for 15 years. If you're like a master strength player from Boston. All right. Didn't really play a weird opening here, but I'm bored of that. I'm just playing whatever. Queen b3. Thanks for the raid from Chessbia and Dragon B and Tranquilizer joining me from Bia stream. We also had a raid from Sharma Pranav, 1-player raid. Man, this position I'm sitting in is not really conducive to comfort. All right, I gotta move. Everybody's quick here, so this pawn I was thinking knight to c6, but knight c6 d5. I think I can play this. Of course, I have knight a5, but that may not be a good square for my knight. But I was thinking d5 takes knight a5. I haven't lived in the United States really full time much. Briefly, I went back, but not really to live and stay. I have played in some tournaments in the US, but not often since I moved over here. I did win the New England Open in like 2014. That was 7 years ago. And then I played a handful of tournaments in the US. He goes into the line I was talking about. Are people influenced by what I'm saying, or is this just a coincidence? Are they going into this line because I talked about it, or because they really thought this was the best move? Sometimes I lie and tell people to play the wrong thing, so don't believe me. You have to wait in line, bro. He is in line. He's the first in the line, but he's impatient. You can't really see the list here. It's off the corner of the screen, I guess. But I have time for 2 more games. Yeah, I don't like this queen. Queen placement. I also don't like my knight on a5. So I suppose we should develop some pieces. Is this a good move? White is sitting there with his king on e1. Most of the pieces sitting back on the back rank. Yeah, it should be good for black. Better for black. But on the other hand, like, white doesn't have any, like, devastating weaknesses. So maybe it's not so bad for him. Yeah, bishop e6 was kind of lame, though. Honestly, that move was a little bit lame. This doesn't seem much better. My knights are awkward on a5 and d5. Thanks, Drewsba Chess. Activating the pieces. Pieces are people too. Not a lot to think about here. Right. And now what? Knight c4. We've got very interesting development. Very interesting and unusual piece activity. And there's nothing for black? Really? Wow. So all of it's for nothing. All of this activity was just a lie. Oh man, he already drew me the last game. Whoa. I didn't realize how strong this player is. He's already drawn the last game against me. I did manage to beat him once. Ooh, that was a bad one too. So what's going on? We beat him badly the first time. Second game was a draw. Sorry, there's like an earthquake going on at my house. I'm losing my concentration here. So now my knight is hanging and I have to retreat it back. Am I lost yet? I don't know, man. This player is interesting. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just not inspired in this game. Does this lose? This has been a very strange game. I'm starting to play like Morales. Yeah, he's playing like God, basically. And I've already drawn one game against him. He's not using any time, and he doesn't create any weaknesses in his position. I thought it was going to be like an easier opponent, but he's apparently very, very strong. I didn't know what I was getting into when I started this game. I just assume when I get paired with an 1800 on Lichess, they're relatively amateur players that aren't that strong. Judging by the weirdness of the opening, I thought I was going to get an easy game, but It's been a very strange game. I underestimated white with that crazy queen play. Nesbedinov is the #1 player ever. By what standard? Amazing player. I like his games. White seems too good to be 1800 for sure. Does it by what standard? He's the #1 player. Why are you saying that? Do we have something here? Unclear. I learned this from another Spanish player who plays a lot on the stream here. Our VIP hero, Morales, who's obsessed with queen development. Well, it's a little early to resign. I mean, Wade has G3. No, maybe he's going to lose anyway. It's a little early to resign. I mean, G3. The computer says he's completely lost. I didn't realize I could take this. That was a crazy game. He was better. Yeah, take with a rook. No weaknesses. White's better. Yeah, Antonio, you inspire me. With the rook lift, your favorite theme. It looks like a Budapest. Very similar to the Budapest, but it's not enough. Play like Kasparov. Nice try with the rated challenge. Alright. Prem 666. Just lost your challenge. Oh yeah, you challenged me to rated. I got time for a game or two. But the way I'm playing, I don't want to play any rated games. Thank you for the raid from Chespia. Guys, check out her Lecho stream. And Dragon B70. And of course, the real Grandmaster Tranquilizer, who joined us. Now we gotta play something different. I didn't really stick to the weird openings theme today. I gotta go. So, no more challenges. We're leaving shortly in like 20 minutes. Act quickly now, or this offer will expire. This is annoying, the queenside thing, but he should really try to hang on to that pawn. If you're going to play c5, you need to play b4, a5, a3, and keep the pawn chain. After cb6, you give up all your... By playing cb6, you're giving up all your space. cbgb. This is sort of a defensive strategy by Black, trading off his active bishop. Wow. Crazy, man. That is a crazy aggressive move. White is playing too quickly. I mean, I get a lot of people, especially younger players, kids who are playing too much bullet chess and can't adjust. So I think you need to take your time a little bit more in this increment situation. I'm not sure. You know, maybe I should trade queens there. Objectively, yeah, my queen is on c8. I mean, maybe I should just trade queens. Honestly, probably best. This is not a well-placed piece, necessarily. But now black is better. I have too much control with the center pawns. I mean, he's trying, but it looks like black should be better here. Still, it's not easy. Knight g5. No. No such luck. Alright, what am I doing? Maybe I'm making a mistake here. Wait so fast. Black is winning positionally. I mean, black could be losing positionally. I mean, my pawn structure. I wouldn't call it like that. First of all, you're exaggerating. Prem K66 is apt to exaggerating a lot. Like, literally, like, the minute I might have a tiny advantage, he said I'm winning positionally. Now I might be worse, actually. White's playing like a genius, like Nimzovich. I might actually be worse. I'm probably worse here. LOL, black is winning positionally. That's like the death sentence for my game. Check him out, 1500. Bishop g5. I don't know, man. There's no way he's 1500. Yeah, it's a new account. I shouldn't have accepted this challenge. I don't play people with less than 100 games for this reason. He's already too strong to be a 1500 Blitz player. It didn't help, though, Prem666, you declaring I have a winning position. You may be totally overconfident. This guy is not a 1500, by the way. I have to be very careful. Maybe I'm better here, but it's tricky and risky. $1,500 my butt. In what rating world would he be 1,500? But he's not just shuffling pieces, he's playing pretty strong moves. He's made some mistakes, but between the speed and the moves, he's more like 2,000, maybe 1,900, 1,800, 1,800. He hasn't made any blunders, just minor inaccuracies. Now he's even threatening mate or winning my queen. F5 doesn't work. F5, F5, Knight F6 check, King F7. See, he sees these moves too fast. Be a 1500 Blitz player. But you should never trust anyone with less than 100 rated games on Lichess. That's my takeaway. I mean, I'm winning, but I had to be very, very careful. He's sharp. Sharp tactically. Take back. Right. Alright, my mistake. I shouldn't accept challenges from people with so few games. Alright. Last game. Chess 5-5 we've played before. This is a player I can trust. We only played once, actually. You're relatively new, too. But you've got 100+ games. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. Listen, if you're a subscriber to the stream, don't forget tomorrow night I'm hosting my subscriber stream with game analysis. So please submit your games for analysis for tomorrow night's live stream. Schieber streaming, okay. Schieber Spieler is streaming. Asterbait, you missed my whole stream, and now you show up? I'm deeply hurt. I said I play weird openings, so we'll throw out the last weird opening. Caro-Kann Gurgenidze variation with b5. It's utter rubbish. The simplest solution for white is a3 here. Jay Gomez. Here's the command. Thursday. Ooh, I wrote thrust day. Thrust day. Thanks, Mubot. Thanks, Hypermodernism. Demoralism. Wow, I've never seen anyone sack a piece here before. This is insane. No way. Queen a5. Poor chess 5-5. He got carried away. That's creative, though. I have never literally seen anyone sack a piece with d takes c6. I doubt this works. Fancy, yeah. He got excited. Typically, white will play knight 94, 92. Then I recapture with the pawn. But as I said, the simplest is a3. Now the question is, what should I do? Cost of a piece. Yeah, we had a little threat there. The slight threat of pawn takes b2 check could be a problem. The minor problem of losing a piece here for white. He's harassing me. I guess I don't know. Bishop f4 is really pissing me off. Because if I go queen a5, he goes queen b7 again. Does that matter? I mean, I guess white doesn't have any threats there. Queen c6. Queen b6. Good suggestion. I don't know why I didn't look at this move. I was looking at queen a5 and queen c6, but not queen b6. It completely makes sense. It's like a compromise. I mean, my pawn is weak, you know. But now he's really just lost. We only have one game submitted for the subscriber stream, which is highly unusual. Usually I have 3 or 4 by now. So please consider submitting games for tomorrow night. I'm gonna raid Schieberspieler. Take your time. Well, I mean, I think that some people like to show off their games that are good, whereas other people are aiming more at really trying to learn something, and they submit the games they lost or they find, you know, what are the most difficult. It really depends on what you want. I get both. We get a lot of people who do both, you know. Usually they like to show off their games or really try to get something instructive. It doesn't have to be your game. If you want to like just analyze a Grandmaster game or some famous game from history, that's cool too. It doesn't have to be your personal game. White is down a piece, that's alright. But like most people here, they're just playing too fast in the time control. Yeah, Asterbate always shows off his best wins. I'm not sure if that objectively is best, you know, for your improvement as a player, Asterbate. I'd hate to play this player if they didn't drop a piece, honestly. They seem pretty good. I feel like there's some danger for black here. I know that sounds crazy, but having trouble getting free. Bishop takes d4, rook d1, and I have trouble finding a move. Let's get our pieces developed. This pawn isn't going anywhere. But capturing it immediately leads to all sorts of weird tactical possibilities for white. You know, I'm just exchanging that off. No question asked. No question or questions. The offending pieces will be removed from the position. Still bishop c6, queen c3. Queen c3, bishop g2. Again, he comes up with some sort of problematic answer every time. It's not that easy. Schieberspieler is up. Thanks again for the raid from Chespia. Check her stream out as well. The next Lecho stream. He's being annoying. He just won't die. What an incredible desire to stay alive, even though he's like down a clear piece. It just keeps coming like the Energizer. Another big raid. Yep. Twice. Those keep me in business. Yeah, let's see. I just want to put my bishop on a square where it's protected. Man, this guy is just not stopping. Whatever I do, he has another threat. Man. Putting absolute maximum resistance down a piece. Queen takes check. Then what? Queen f4, queen f6. I could get mated still after f4. You really need to play f4 there. Then again, I can still get mated here. So whatever. Alright, it's time to go. My alarm clock is going off. No checks. He's not a resigner. I think it's time to give up. Just 5566. At this point, it's sort of senseless to play it out. I have to go, guys. It was nice knowing you. Yeah, let's resign in a timely fashion. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Thanks, Dragon B. And, Cheaper Spieler, we're rating you now. Appreciate the raid from Chesapeake. See everybody soon. Tomorrow night, 6:30 CEST. What is happening here? Why does my stream freeze? Alright. I gotta go. Bye.